everybody, welcome back to Chasing Opportunity, web series all about creating for yourself the life that you want now, both in your career and your lifestyle. And today we're actually recapping your fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in Washington and had the opportunity to be at a leadership forum where I got to hear Joyce Banda, former president of Malawi. She gave just a different perspective on leadership than I've ever heard before, just a whole different culture. She was talking about leadership being a love affair and making it not so that you go into your position, or in her case presidency, with the thought of how can I make them love me more. You go in thinking how can I love them more, and in turn they will love you.
More emotional.
Yep, that was leadership being a love affair. She talked about delegating, being able to delegate authority, making yourself more effective that way and others more effective that way. And then she talked about formulating a mission statement, which is really why we're doing this whole video, because as I was debriefing with Aaron, he said, hey, that's a really great point, worth a video. I agree with him. Her mission statement was formulated when she was 13, so I know I didn't do it then. I was
developing a mission statement for her as a person, right? Not like
yes, her as a person, yes. So let's talk about let's do a little why, let's do what, why, how.
Okay.
We're going to do a what, why, how. Okay, so first, what is a mission statement? For those of you who have never heard the term mission statement before, you're gonna learn something right now. I'm sure for the majority that has, you're gonna get a refresher. Okay, so look up a mission statement of somebody, a company, anything. Do RayBan.
Okay.
Okay. So you're about to hear a mission statement of a company. If you work for any company, just go to the About page, and I'm sure you're going to find your own company's mission statement. You got it. Okay.
So RayBan's owned by a larger company that is the same thing. We at RayBan aim at protecting the eyes and enhancing the faces of men and women all over the world by manufacturing and selling eyewear and sunwear characterized by their high technical characteristics and stylistic quality. So what I got out of that was enhancing the face's style and protecting the eyes, which I would say that pretty much sums up RayBan. So it's specific, it's simple, it's to the point, it's a mission statement. It's your purpose, right?
Yep. Okay.
That looks great.
Yep, so it's, as Aaron just said, it's specific. It's simple. You don't have to guess, oh, what's RayBan all about, or the larger company, what are they all about? It's just very direct, and it's their values. Very similar to your own personal mission statement, Joyce Banda's mission statement, Aaron's mission statement, my mission statement. Some of them can be very personal. I don't think it's necessary that we share ours on the show. We can tell you if you ever like to speak with us about it, but...
It should be personal. It should be something that is about you.
It is, because it's specific, it's your values, and it's simple. So that doesn't necessarily mean short, it just means it doesn't need to be overly complex.
Right.
There's the what, let's do the why. Why do you do a mission statement?
Okay. Here, let me hit that one for a minute.
Go for it.
So why does the individual person, Aaron, Josh, you watch it, I almost dropped this pen. Why do we need our own personal mission statement? We think a mission statement for a company like RayBan or something like that.
Right.
That's true, but you yourself, me, myself, I'm my own business. I mean, I'm going to school for business finance and I enjoy business, but you could be a musician. You're still your own business. You need to promote yourself if you want to get gigs. You need to have someone produce an album for you if you want to actually get somewhere with your art. It's the same thing. You have to think like an entrepreneur no matter what field you're going into. So you're your own business, so you need a mission statement. You need something that gives you purpose. And so that's a big one. It gives you purpose. A mission statement tells you, this is what my life is about. And we don't want to get to a deep spiritual level here. That's not really what we talk about on the show. But we both have very strong spiritual reasons as for what our purpose of our life is. But we're talking about just in what the world's standard is. What is it that you strive to be? So that is perfect. It gives you purpose. You use your values in there. And also it simplifies and clarifies your life. Simplify, don't think of that negatively. It doesn't mean dumb it down or you're only allowed to do certain things. Just simplify it to what really matters. When someone says simplify something for you, it doesn't mean eliminate things. It means get it down to its basic parts. So simplify and clarify. It shows you what exactly it is you do, what you need to be doing, and how you're supposed to live, and it simplifies it. It gets rid of everything else that doesn't really matter. And one more, I want to add one more under here, is it's because time is so valuable, you need to have a mission statement. That's another reason why. Because time is so valuable. You know, if time wasn't valuable, it'd be like, yeah, do whatever you want, kind of mess around, have fun with it. But since time is the most valuable resource we have, we need to use it to the best of our ability right now. So having a mission statement helps us use our time very effectively. So that's why we need it. Gives us purpose, simplifies, and because time is finite resource.
Okay, so now let's talk about how. How can you hit the pause or exit on this video right now and develop a mission statement? It's not going to be something that you're going to develop in a day. I don't think it should be something you develop in a day. You need to give it a lot of time, introspection.
And once you, I mean, I think a mission statement could be like a, what do you call it, a live something, a live.
It's a living document.
A living.
It's a living document that and Joyce Banda agreed and said the same thing. She said that her mission statement is always maybe every 5 years, maybe every 5 months.
Updated.
Not majorly, but just give it a little tweak of maybe you value something else differently. Maybe you weren't a man of faith and then you came to faith and your mission statement's about to change. But those kind of things that you just sort of tweak it as you go, and it's a living document.
Absolutely.
So how? The best way I was able to develop my mission statement is I envision myself, and not to get too morbid, but you can tell them how you figured yours. But I thought, okay, when somebody's giving the eulogy at my funeral, what do I want them to say about my life? And I had things that naturally came to my mind. Okay, I want them to be very specific about this, this, and this. And then I realized, well, what am I doing right now that's ever going to bring me to that point? I mean, at this rate, I'm never going to actually have anyone say those things that I want them to say. So I was able to find out pretty fast what I valued and what my purpose was. You start developing, it's a pretty big thing to develop that in a day or even a week. It's just going to be over time that you find your purpose. But when you kind of get a handle and a grip on all of that, developing a statement that you can see used now and then in 50 years.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
No, I think legacy sums it up.
That summed it up. I should have just said legacy.
Well, no, you said it very eloquently. I like that. Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, legacy. How you want people to remember you, and how you want people to think of you, and similar idea is how you see yourself in the 10-year period, in the 15-year period, and it's just like, you know, if you've seen us speak before, we talk on the vision, action, persistence. Vision, you have to know where you're going to go there. You can't just say, I want to be wealthy and happy. Well, what does that even mean? You know, RayBan, the company when it started, they probably wanted to be successful and, you know, have a huge amount of market share, like they reach a lot of people. Well, how do they do that? How are they supposed to do that? That's how, through their mission statement. How you create it is think of how you want to be in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, how you want people to think when they think of you. An example could be, like, well, go back to the musician example. You know, you tour worldwide. You've got, you know, an album released, went platinum. That's huge goals, great. But it's specific. You know what to work toward. You need to have that kind of goal-based mission statement in order to work toward it. And then, once you have that, so would you say, how did you write that out? I think I wrote it down.
While you're figuring that out, I just want to make a clarifying point. Don't make your mission statement a goal. If anything, it's your entire goal of living. But it's not, oh, I'd like to sell 500 of XYZ. That's my mission in life. Well, it's not.
It's a little bigger than that, right?
It's bigger than that.
But it's not too big where it's so universal you can't pinpoint.
Yeah, you want to be able to obtain it in different ways in your life. Are you going to say something?
I am, but I'm waiting for you.
Okay, my final little clarifying point is the company I work for plasters the mission statement on one of the walls when you walk in the front door. And it's not meant to be something that you write and then sort of just forget about. It's the foundation of why you live. It's the foundation of why they're a company. It's a pretty dramatic living document.
Yeah.
But continue.
For sure. And so I just wrote in, what do you want your life to be? And real quick, the RayBan one, notice there's only two things: enhance faces, so the style, and protect eyes, the protection. That's simple. It's not, I'm doing a million different things. If you think about great people in the world, they didn't have their hands in a million different things, you know? They created a company. They developed a new idea that transformed technology or something, anything. It's specific, it's simple. Same idea. You know, there's probably only a few things that you want to be remembered by. Most people, I don't think, want to be remembered by doing a million different things at an average level.
Right.
They want to maybe be doing 1 or 2 things. Great. I don't know. You might be different. I think very much that way. Like there's only 3 or 4 things, and I have in my mission statement that I want this to be at the end of all things. So, and then finally, omitting and involving things. So this is where it comes into actual application, where you need to choose what you're doing now. You need to decide if what you're doing now is moving you toward this legacy, moving you toward this mission, this purpose of your life, or is it pulling you away from it? It could be a club that you're part of, or maybe you're in high school and you're on a sports team, but are you even ever going to go pro? Or maybe you do want to be on that sports team because you're building lifelong relationships there, or you do want to go pro. I mean, you got to look at everythh in your life and see, is this moving me toward where I want to be,
Right.
or is it pulling me away? Because if it's not moving you toward, it's pulling you away, right?
Yeah, I have a thought about this. Okay, here it is. It's this. One of these numbers. Okay. There's different sections in this funnel that filters, right? These are different filters, right? You're going to be pouring in everything in your life right now. All the activities you're doing, all the people you're talking to, all the things you write about, all the things you read about, all the things you're studying and learning right now. And you're going to dump it into this mission statement funnel. And the purpose of this mission statement, okay, you're funneling, it's going to get down. Whatever you're dumping in is going to get, your life is going to get a bit more concentrated, a bit more clarity. It goes down to the next section. You're going to get a little more clarity, a little more idea of where your life is really going. And by the time you really effectively use the mission statement, you're going to find that all of these activities and things you were doing before didn't really matter to this point. When you get to that point, you see, oh my gosh, all I'm really going to worry about is, do sunglasses look good on people's faces, and do they protect their eyes? Mm-hmm. That's what RayBan does. It's not about this wide view of everything they could be discussing. It's just that.
And the benefit is that it gives you that sense of purpose, and you're able to accomplish so much more when you're focusing on just what is crucially important, you know? And I would say that that's how I like to live my life, and that's how I live my life. Like everything I do is toward that purpose. It takes a little sacrifice. You gotta remove things that are distracting you from that. But once you're in that zone and living that way, that's the only way to live, dude.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so let's recap and finish it up, right?
All right. So like we started, this whole thing began because I was just talking with Aaron and about my weekend, and it kind of formulated into this, which is great, and I love the fact that we get to share and talk with you about it, and you send us your ideas, and we get to share ours. So we're learning about a mission statement, and it's a personal one, and it's specific, it talks about your values, and it's simple. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean short, it just means simple. Then we talk about why. Why do you have a mission statement? And this is something Aaron hit, so I'll let him debrief.
Well,
that.
I mean, the why, like I mentioned, it gives you that purpose. You know, it saves the amount of time, because time is so valuable. You can't afford to be throwing your time everywhere into things that aren't pushing you towards your life purpose. That's pretty much it.
And then the how is, I gave an example of how I did it, just sort of your legacy and looking in the future to formulate the present. And it's just, what do you want? What do you want in life? And then omitting. And what's that word you wrote that I can't read? Okay, and involve, which is a lot what I talked about with the filter of the funnel. In different sections, you're going to admit and you're just going to concentrate what you want in your life to maximize your value and purpose.
Absolutely, yeah. And that really, I mean, I find that's the only way that I feel like I'm living and enjoying life.
Once you live,
it's really deep.
Yeah, if you live right here, it's a great way to live.
Yeah.
Up here, you'll probably be stressed out and anxious.
And while not accomplishing very much.
True that.
Anyway, that was a breeze, but that was fun.
We'd love to talk more about it.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for hanging with us today, guys.
See ya.